Hey everybody, so no excuses. Here I am in my car doing my video because I have been giving myself a lot of excuses for not recording. And I have some time now, so I'm going to record it. So let's get started. Alright, so I went back and forth over what to do my next video over. And I ended up deciding to do my video, this week about mainly my mental health, but like also kind of mental health in general. Like, in the last probably year or so, I have started really embracing the fact that like I have an artist personality. I need to create and be creative in order to thrive in my life, and that's something that I haven't necessarily let myself do a lot. I've kind of always been crafty, or like, I guess crafty is probably the best word for it. Like, I've always been the person who's making something, but it's not necessarily creating. It's following a pattern I got off of YouTube, or, recreating a painting or whatever. So this like idea of being an artist and embracing art is rather new to me. Also the idea of full self-expression, not just wearing an outfit that I like, but, being true to myself at any given moment. Those are two very new ideas to me. And so I've kind of like compared and contrasted the old life versus the new life with, calling the old life Muggle life and the new life like my magic and my wizard life or my witch life. I've kind of used all those terms interchangeably. So in the last 2 weeks or so, I've had to Muggle really hard, and those of you who are my friends on Facebook have seen me talk about that. And what that means to me is like not just working, because I know that no matter how artistic I am in my free time, I will always have to work a Muggle job, or not always, but for a long while have to work a Muggle job. But it also means in that free time, I'm trying to stay focused and keep my nose to the grind. Trying not to spend extra money, which often means that I don't have the supplies I want or need to craft and be creative. So it's very much like go to work, come home, do what I need to do, go back to work. And I've been kind of stuck in that for about a week, and that structure and that like reliability and pattern and monotony feels really good for me, because I grew up with not a lot of consistency. Like, I had the same people in my life, but my schedules kind of changed, and I didn't always know who was gonna pick me up, and and I was loved, and it's not a bad thing, but because of all of that, I do crave stability, but maybe I don't crave it as much as I thought I did, because I feel like the more stability and I don't want to say consistency, because you can have a consistent life that still has not monotony. Monotony, that's what I'm looking for. So the more monotony that I have in my life, the more my brain starts to have trouble. So that was a lot of what I was running into this week. It was a pretty tough mental health week, because I get a pondering, and then that pondering turns into a worry, and then that worry turns into a nervousness, and then that nervousness turns into a full-on panic attack. And I'm not going to go into details, but it had to do with things within my burlesque persona, and what started as a worry on Sunday afternoon turned into a full-blown panic by like 11 o'clock Sunday night. So it was very quick. And I think that monotony had a lot to do with how quick my brain was to latch on to that small concern, which was a valid concern, but definitely was not as big of a concern as the anxiety I was having around it. So, if I've learned anything from this last week, it's that I have to create creativity in my life, in my, daily life. And I can muggle for a few days at a time, but once I start getting into that like territory of a week or more, it doesn't work well for me, because one part of my brain is telling myself, this is easy, this is predictable, this eases your anxiety, and in a way it does, because my day-to-day anxiety is lower, but then my moments are so much bigger that it doesn't ease my anxiety, and it doesn't really help. And my depression itself gets much worse. So, I think that's kind of funny how like my natural like factory reset is a very predictable lifestyle, and a very like by the book lifestyle, but like my heart and my soul want to be creative and spontaneous and really just like live life and let the other details fall into place. Because like I said, I've been doing this muggle thing for like a week, and last night I went and I hung out with friends, and we had a bonfire, and we sat around and we watched musicals and we chatted, and those are very magic people in my life that I spent time with last night. And I'm today have more energy than I've had in this last week, and I got less than 6 hours of sleep. And like, I'm not bragging about it, I'm just saying like, whatever that form of energy is, that's the energy that I run on. I run on magic energy better than my muggle energy, or my like actually getting sleep energy. And I know I can't run on magic energy forever either. It's just more efficient, and it makes me happier. So, I guess like just for those people who know me, like watching those patterns is kind of interesting to watch them from the outside on somebody else, I think. And I guess like what I really want is like for everybody to kind of do some self-reflection and find their own form of energy. And it may not be in terms of muggle or magic energy, because some people do thrive so much better when there's structure and rigidity. I don't know that word. Everybody knows what I'm trying to say. And for lack of a better word, monotony. Some people run very well on that. Others need a very creative and open and unstructured life. I do feel that I need that balance of the two at this point in my life, because a completely spontaneous lifestyle would be too much of a shock to my system. So I like that I have found this balance, and sometimes with my work schedule it doesn't work out that way, and that's the challenge I was having this past week. But I like that I have found that balance between my scheduled, structured life. I go to my work 9 to 6, and I work a couple overnights a week, and I have that rigidity, and I have that, I know where I'm going to be, and I have that, I know what to expect. But in amongst all of that, I create spontaneity in that I might go out, or I might go to my friend's house, or things like that. So I kind of just really wanted to share my personal growth and my personal realization, and hopefully encourage all of you to look at when you feel your most productive, and when you feel your happiest, and when you feel your most energetic. And those three may be three completely different things, but how can you find the balance between the three of those and create this life for yourself, and this mixture that gives you what you need in life, like a paycheck, but also what you want from life if you are a creator, or if you are a caregiver and you want more time to give to others, or if you need to take more time to refresh yourself. Where is your balance? And kind of evaluate that for yourself, because I feel like if we all are doing that self-reflection, we're creating our best selves. And by creating our best selves, we're putting our best selves forward for others and helping them create their best selves. So I guess it's kind of just the point of this week. And I wanted to thank you for listening to my crazy ramblings. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. Happy Wednesday. I forgot to wear my pink necklace. And I love all of you. Bye.